Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit in with the world around you? Like there's something different about you that sets you apart from others? Well, you're not alone. Many people are experiencing these feelings. And today we're going to talk about why. We're diving into the fascinating topic of the 10 signs that you might be chosen by the new earth. Now, I know this might sound a bit strange at first, but stay with me. What we're about to explore could completely change the way you see yourself and your place in the world. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever had a strong feeling that you're here for a bigger purpose? Or maybe you've noticed that you're more sensitive to energies and emotions than those around you. These could be clues that you're part of something much larger than you've ever imagined. The concept of being chosen by the new earth isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about recognizing that you might have a unique role to play in the evolution of our planet and humanity as a whole. As we go through these signs, you might find yourself nodding along, thinking, yes, that's exactly how I feel. Or you might be surprised to discover aspects of yourself that you've never fully understood before. Either way, this journey of self-discovery is going to be eye-opening and potentially life-changing. So let's get started and see if you recognize yourself in these signs of being chosen by the new earth. Before we dive into the signs, it's important to understand what we mean when we talk about the new earth. This isn't about a physical new planet. Instead, the new earth refers to a shift in consciousness that many believe is happening right now. It's the idea that our world is evolving to a higher state of being, one where people are more aware, more connected to each other and to nature, and more in tune with their true selves. The new earth is all about moving away from old patterns of fear, greed, and separation, and moving towards love, unity, and harmony. It's about creating a world where we live in balance with our planet, where we treat each other with kindness and respect, and where we recognize the interconnectedness of all living things. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that's been unfolding for years, and many believe it's picking up speed. Now, you might be wondering, what does it mean to be chosen by the new earth? Well, it's not about being special or elite. Being chosen simply means that you have a role to play in this global shift. People who are chosen by the new earth are often referred to as light workers, way showers, or earth angels. These are individuals who, whether they realize it or not, are here to help guide humanity through this transformation. If you're chosen, it doesn't mean your life is going to be all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, many chosen individuals face significant challenges. These challenges are often part of their journey, helping them grow, learn, and become better equipped to fulfill their purpose. Being chosen means you have the potential to make a real difference in the world, even if it's in ways that might seem small or ordinary at first glance. It's also important to understand that being chosen isn't about waiting for something to happen to you. It's about recognizing your own inner power and choosing to step into your role. It's about making a conscious decision to be part of the positive change in the world. So as we go through these signs, remember that recognizing them in yourself is just the first step. What you do with that knowledge is up to you. The first sign that you might be chosen by the new earth is a persistent feeling of being different from others. This isn't about being better or worse than anyone else. It's simply a sense that you don't quite fit in with the mainstream way of thinking or living. You might have felt this way for as long as you can remember, even going back to your childhood. Maybe you've always had interests or ideas that your friends and family found strange or hard to understand. For example, while others were focused on material success or following traditional life paths, you might have been more interested in spiritual growth, environmental issues, or finding ways to help others. You might have questioned societal norms or felt uncomfortable with the way things are done in the world. This feeling of being different can sometimes be uncomfortable. You might have tried to fit in, to be normal, only to find that it felt wrong or inauthentic. You might have struggled with feeling lonely or misunderstood. But here's the thing. This feeling of being different isn't a flaw or a problem. It's actually a sign that you're tuned into a different frequency, one that's more aligned with the new earth. People chosen by the new earth often feel different because they're more sensitive to the energies around them. They can sense that something isn't quite right with the way the world is operating, and they have a deep desire to change things for the better. This sensitivity and awareness can make it hard to relate to people who are still fully immersed in the old ways of thinking and being. It's important to remember that feeling different doesn't mean you're alone. There are many others out there who feel the same way. Part of the journey of being chosen by the new earth is finding your tribe, those who understand and share your perspective. As you embrace your uniqueness and start to live more authentically, you'll likely find that you attract like-minded individuals into your life. This feeling of being different can manifest in various ways. You might find that you're more interested in personal growth and self-improvement than those around you. You might have a strong interest in alternative healing methods, meditation, or other spiritual practices. You might feel a deep connection to nature or have a strong desire to protect the environment. Or you might simply have a sense that there's more to life than what meets the eye, a feeling that there's a deeper meaning or purpose to everything. Sometimes this feeling of being different can be challenging. You might feel pressure from family or society to conform, to follow a more traditional path. You might struggle with self-doubt, wondering if there's something wrong with you for not fitting in. But it's crucial to understand that these feelings are normal for someone chosen by the new earth. Your different perspective is not a burden, it's a gift. It allows you to see possibilities and solutions that others might miss. Embracing your uniqueness is an important step in fulfilling your role as someone chosen by the new earth. Instead of trying to fit in, focus on being true to yourself. Trust your instincts and follow your own path, even if it's different from what others expect. Remember, the world needs people who think differently, who can see beyond the current paradigm and envision a better future. As you learn to embrace your uniqueness, you'll likely find that it becomes easier to navigate the world. You'll become more confident in your own skin and more comfortable expressing your true self. This authenticity will not only make you happier, but it will also inspire others around you. By being true to yourself, you give others permission to do the same. Being different also often comes with a sense of responsibility. You might feel a strong urge to make a difference in the world, to help shift things in a more positive direction. This is a common trait among those chosen by the new earth. You're not just here to experience life, but to actively participate in shaping a better future for all. So if you've always felt different, if you've struggled to fit in or to understand why you see the world so differently from those around you, take heart. This could well be a sign that you're chosen by the new earth. Embrace your uniqueness, trust your intuition, and know that your different perspective is exactly what the world needs right now. The second sign that you might be chosen by the new earth is that you're highly sensitive to energy. This goes beyond just being emotionally sensitive, although that's often part of it. We're talking about a deep awareness of the energies around you, in people, in places, and even in situations. Being sensitive to energy means you can often pick up on things that others miss. You might walk into a room and immediately sense the mood, even if nothing has been said. You might be able to tell when someone is upset or lying, even if they're trying to hide it. This sensitivity can extend to physical sensations too. You might feel drained after being in crowded places, or you might experience physical discomfort when you're around negative people or intense situations. This sensitivity to energy is a hallmark of those chosen by the new earth because it's a sign of heightened awareness. You're tuned into frequencies that many people aren't consciously aware of. This ability allows you to navigate the world in a different way, to sense things beneath the surface, and to understand situations on a deeper level. Often, people who are energy sensitive find that they need more alone time than others. This is because being around people and absorbing their energies can be overwhelming. You might find that you need to retreat to nature or to a quiet space to recharge your batteries. This need for solitude isn't a weakness. It's a necessary part of maintaining your energetic balance. Being sensitive to energy can also manifest as a strong intuition or gut feeling. You might often know things without knowing how you know them. You might have hunches that turn out to be correct, or you might feel drawn to certain people or situations without understanding why. This intuition is your energy sensitivity at work, picking up on subtle cues and information that your conscious mind hasn't processed yet. Another aspect of being energy sensitive is that you might be strongly affected by the moods and emotions of others. You might find yourself feeling happy for no apparent reason, only to discover later that something good happened to a friend. Or you might suddenly feel anxious or sad, and later learn that someone close to you is going through a difficult time. This is often referred to as being an empath, someone who can feel and take on the emotions of others. This sensitivity to energy can be both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it allows you to understand people and situations in a deep and meaningful way. You can often sense what others need, making you a great friend, partner, or caregiver. Your sensitivity allows you to navigate complex social situations with grace and to avoid potential conflicts before they arise. On the other hand, being so sensitive to energy can be overwhelming at times. You might find it hard to be in crowded places or to watch violent or disturbing content on TV. You might struggle with setting boundaries, as you can easily get caught up in other people's problems or emotions. Learning to manage this sensitivity is an important part of your journey as someone chosen by the new earth. One key aspect of managing your energy sensitivity is learning to ground yourself. This might involve practices like meditation, spending time in nature, or engaging in physical activities that help you feel connected to your body and the earth. These practices can help you stay centered and balanced, even when you're picking up on a lot of external energy. Another important skill for energy-sensitive people is learning to shield yourself. This doesn't mean shutting yourself off from the world, but rather learning to create energetic boundaries. You can visualize a protective bubble or shield around yourself, or use crystals or other objects that you feel offer protection. The key is to find what works for you to help you navigate the world without becoming overwhelmed by the energies around you. Being sensitive to energy also often comes with a strong desire to heal or help others. You might find yourself drawn to healing professions or to roles where you can use your sensitivity to support others. This is a beautiful way to use your gift, but it's important to remember to take care of yourself too. You can't pour from an empty cup, so make sure you're replenishing your own energy as you help others. As you learn to manage and harness your energy sensitivity, you'll likely find that it becomes one of your greatest strengths. Your ability to sense and understand energy allows you to navigate the world in a unique way, to connect deeply with others, and to contribute to the shift towards the new earth in powerful ways. So if you've always been told you're too sensitive, or if you find yourself picking up on energies and emotions that others seem oblivious to, this could be a sign that you're chosen by the new earth. Embrace this sensitivity, learn to manage it, and recognize it as the powerful gift that it is. The third sign that you might be chosen by the new earth is having a strong connection to nature. This goes beyond just enjoying a walk in the park or appreciating a beautiful sunset. For those chosen by the new earth, the connection to nature is deep, profound, and often feels like an essential part of who they are. If you're someone with this strong nature connection, you might find that you feel most at peace when you're outdoors. Whether it's a forest, a beach, a mountain, or even just a small garden, being in nature feels like coming home. You might feel a sense of renewal and rejuvenation when you spend time in natural settings, as if nature itself is charging your batteries. This connection to nature often comes with a deep respect and concern for the environment. You might find yourself feeling personally distressed about environmental issues like deforestation, pollution, or climate change. It's not just an intellectual understanding of these problems, but a heartfelt pain, as if the Earth's suffering is your own. This empathy for the planet is a common trait among those chosen by the new Earth, as they often see themselves as guardians or caretakers of the Earth. People with a strong nature connection often report feeling a sense of oneness with the natural world. You might feel like you can communicate with plants or animals in some way, or you might have a knack for gardening or working with plants. You might find that animals are naturally drawn to you, or that you have an intuitive understanding of their needs and behaviors. This connection to nature can manifest in various ways in your daily life. You might be drawn to natural, organic products and foods. You might prefer natural remedies over conventional medicine when possible. You might have a strong desire to live in a more eco-friendly way, reducing your waste and carbon footprint. These choices aren't just about following a trend, but about aligning your life with your deep respect for the natural world. Often, those with a strong nature connection feel a call to protect and preserve the environment. This might lead you to choose a career in environmental science, conservation, or sustainable development. Or it might simply influence your daily choices, like choosing to use reusable bags, composting, or supporting environmentally responsible companies. Your connection to nature might also influence your spiritual beliefs. Many people chosen by the new earth find that their spirituality is closely tied to nature. You might feel a sense of the divine when you're in natural settings, or you might be drawn to earth-based spiritual practices. This doesn't necessarily mean following any particular religion, but rather feeling a sense of sacredness and interconnectedness in the natural world. One interesting aspect of this nature connection is that it often comes with a sense of timelessness. When you're in nature, you might find that time seems to slow down or even stop. You might feel connected to the ancient rhythms of the earth, sensing the wisdom of trees that have stood for hundreds of years or rocks that have existed for millions. This perspective can help you see beyond the day-to-day concerns of human life and connect with something larger and more enduring. People with a strong nature connection often have a keen awareness of the changing seasons and natural cycles. You might find that your energy and mood shift with the seasons, or that you're particularly sensitive to things like the phases of the moon. This attunement to natural cycles can help you live in a more balanced and harmonious way, aligning your own rhythms with those of the natural world. Your connection to nature might also give you insights or intuitions about changes in the natural world. You might be able to sense when a storm is coming, even if the sky is clear, or you might have a feeling about where to find certain plants or animals. This intuitive connection is another way that those chosen by the new earth can serve as bridges between the human world and the natural world. It's worth noting that this strong connection to nature doesn't mean you have to live in the wilderness or spend all your time outdoors. Many people with this connection live in cities or work in offices. The key is that they find ways to maintain their connection to nature, whether it's through houseplants, regular trips to parks or nature reserves, or simply by staying attuned to the natural world around them, even in urban environments. If you recognize this strong connection to nature in yourself, it's important to nurture it. Make time to be in nature regularly, even if it's just sitting under a tree in a city park. Pay attention to the natural world around you, observing the plants, animals, and natural phenomena in your environment. Consider ways you can align your life more closely with natural rhythms and principles. Remember, this deep connection to nature is a gift. It allows you to experience the world in a rich and beautiful way, and it gives you a unique perspective that can help guide humanity towards a more harmonious relationship with the earth. As someone potentially chosen by the new earth, your love and respect for nature can be a powerful force for positive change in the world. Have you ever had moments where everything seems to align perfectly, as if the universe is sending you a message? These are called synchronicities, and if you're experiencing them frequently, it could be a sign that you're chosen by the new earth. Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences that can't be explained by normal cause and effect. They're like little winks from the universe, letting you know you're on the right track. For those chosen by the new earth, these occurrences tend to happen more often and in more noticeable ways. You might find that you think of someone, and then they call you out of the blue. Or you might keep seeing the same number sequence everywhere you look, on clocks, license plates, or receipts. Maybe you've been pondering a question, and suddenly the answer appears in a book you randomly open, or in a conversation you overhear. These synchronicities aren't just random events. They're often seen as guidance from the universe, helping to steer you in the right direction. They can provide comfort during difficult times, confirmation when you're doubting yourself, or nudges to take action on something important. For those chosen by the new earth, Synchronicities often increase during times of personal growth or when you're aligning more closely with your life purpose. It's as if the universe is cheering you on, encouraging you to keep going on your path. Experiencing frequent synchronicities can be both exciting and a bit overwhelming. It might feel like you're seeing signs and connections everywhere you look. This heightened awareness is part of the awakening process that many chosen by the new earth go through. It's important to pay attention to these synchronicities without becoming obsessed with them. They're meant to guide and support you, not to control your every move. Trust your intuition when interpreting these signs. What feels meaningful to you is what matters most. Sometimes, synchronicities can provide comfort during challenging times. You might be going through a difficult period and suddenly encounter a series of encouraging signs or supportive coincidences. These can serve as reminders that you're not alone and that there's a larger plan at work. Synchronicities can also act as confirmations when you're making important decisions. You might be considering a big life change, and suddenly you start seeing signs everywhere that support your decision. This doesn't mean you should base all your choices on external signs, but it can provide additional reassurance when you're following your intuition. For those chosen by the new earth, synchronicities often relate to their purpose or mission. You might find that you keep encountering information or people related to a particular cause or area of interest. This could be the universe's way of guiding you towards your role in the shift to the new earth. As you become more attuned to synchronicities, you might find that you're able to manifest things more easily. Your thoughts and intentions seem to align more quickly with reality. This is part of the increased connection to the universe that many chosen by the new earth experience. Remember, experiencing synchronicities is about more than just noticing coincidences. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and your place within that web. It's a reminder that you're part of something larger and that the universe is supporting you on your journey. If you constantly feel a burning desire to make the world a better place, this could be another sign that you're chosen by the new earth. This isn't just a passing thought or a vague wish. It's a deep-seated need that drives many of your decisions and actions. People chosen by the new earth often feel a sense of mission or purpose. You might not always know exactly what your purpose is, but you have a strong feeling that you're here to do something important. This feeling can be both exciting and overwhelming at times. You might find yourself drawn to causes that promote peace, justice, environmental protection, or spiritual growth. These aren't just interests for you. They feel like callings. You might feel a sense of responsibility to address the problems you see in the world, even if you're not sure how to solve them. This urge to make a difference often comes with a deep sense of empathy. You might find that you're deeply affected by the suffering of others, whether it's people in your immediate community or those on the other side of the world. This empathy drives you to want to help in whatever way you can. For those chosen by the new earth, making a difference isn't about recognition or reward. It's about aligning with a deeper sense of purpose and contributing to the greater good. You might find satisfaction in small acts of kindness just as much as in larger-scale efforts to create change. This desire to make a difference can manifest in various ways. You might be drawn to volunteer work or activism. You might choose a career in a helping profession or in a field that allows you to work towards positive change. Or you might simply try to incorporate kindness and consciousness into your daily interactions. Sometimes, this urge to make a difference can feel overwhelming. You might look at the problems in the world and feel like there's too much to do. It's important to remember that every positive action, no matter how small, contributes to the shift towards the new earth. Those chosen by the new earth often feel a sense of urgency about creating change. You might feel like time is running out or that it's crucial to act now. This sense of urgency can be a powerful motivator, but it's also important to balance it with self-care and patience. You might find that your ideas about how to make a difference are unconventional or ahead of their time. This is because those chosen by the new earth are often visionaries, able to see possibilities that others might miss. Trust your unique perspective, even if others don't always understand it. This urge to make a difference often comes with a strong sense of integrity. You might find it difficult to compromise your values or to ignore injustices. This can sometimes create challenges in your personal or professional life, but it's an important part of your role in shifting consciousness. Remember, making a difference doesn't always mean doing big, dramatic things. Sometimes it's about consistently choosing love over fear, kindness over indifference, and consciousness over autopilot. Every choice you make that aligns with the values of the new earth is a step towards positive change. If you find yourself naturally drawn to spiritual or metaphysical concepts, this could be another sign that you're chosen by the new earth. This isn't about following any particular religion or belief system. Rather, it's about having a curiosity and openness to ideas that go beyond the material world. You might find yourself interested in topics like meditation, energy healing, past lives, or the nature of consciousness. These subjects don't seem strange or far-fetched to you. Instead, they feel intuitively right, as if they're explaining things you've always sensed but couldn't quite put into words. People chosen by the new earth often have a sense that there's more to reality than what we can see and touch. You might have experiences that can't be explained by conventional science, or you might simply have a strong feeling that there's a deeper meaning to life. This interest in spiritual and metaphysical concepts often comes with a desire for personal growth and self-discovery. You might be drawn to practices like meditation, yoga, or energy work. These aren't just hobbies for you. They're tools for expanding your consciousness and understanding yourself better. You might find that you're naturally skeptical of dogma or rigid belief systems. Instead, you're drawn to explore different spiritual traditions and philosophies, taking what resonates with you and leaving the rest. This eclectic approach is common among those chosen by the new earth, as they often see the underlying unity in diverse spiritual teachings. Your interest in spiritual and metaphysical concepts might lead you to explore ideas about the nature of reality that are different from mainstream views. You might be open to concepts like the law of attraction, the idea that consciousness creates reality, or the notion that we're all interconnected at a fundamental level. People chosen by the new earth often have a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. This might be described as a higher self, the universe, or the divine. Whatever you call it, this connection gives you a sense of guidance and purpose. You might find that you're drawn to sacred or energetically powerful places. This could be established religious sites, natural locations like mountains or bodies of water, or places that simply feel special to you. You might feel a sense of peace, inspiration, or heightened awareness in these locations. Your interest in spiritual and metaphysical concepts might also extend to an interest in alternative healing modalities. You might be drawn to practices like Reiki, acupuncture, or sound healing. You might have an intuitive understanding of the connection between mind, body, and spirit. It's common for those chosen by the new earth to have a desire to understand the bigger picture of life. You might find yourself pondering questions about the nature of existence, the purpose of life, or what happens after death. These aren't just abstract philosophical questions for you. They feel deeply important and relevant to your life. You might also be drawn to tools for spiritual insight or self-discovery. This could include things like tarot cards, astrology, or numerology. While you might not take these tools as absolute truth, you appreciate them as ways to gain different perspectives and insights. Remember, being drawn to spiritual and metaphysical concepts doesn't mean you have to become a guru or completely detached from the material world. For those chosen by the new earth, it's often about finding a balance between the spiritual and the practical and bringing higher awareness into everyday life. Your interest in these areas isn't just for your own benefit. As someone chosen by the new earth, your exploration of spiritual and metaphysical concepts can help bridge the gap between old and new ways of thinking. Your openness to these ideas can help shift collective consciousness towards a more expanded, interconnected worldview. If you feel like you're going through a period of intense personal growth and transformation, this could be another sign that you're chosen by the new earth. This growth often feels accelerated, as if you're learning and evolving at a much faster rate than before. You might find that you're quickly outgrowing old beliefs, habits, and even relationships. Things that once seemed important to you might suddenly feel trivial or meaningless. At the same time, you're developing new interests, insights, and ways of being that feel more aligned with your true self. This rapid growth can sometimes feel challenging or overwhelming. You might experience what's often called a spiritual awakening, a sudden shift in consciousness that can turn your world upside down. This might involve questioning everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world. People chosen by the new earth often go through periods of intense self-reflection and inner work. You might find yourself drawn to personal development books, workshops, or practices. You're not just interested in surface-level changes. You want to understand and transform the root causes of your thoughts and behaviors. You might notice that you're becoming more aware of your thoughts and emotions. This increased self-awareness can be both enlightening and challenging. You might start to recognize patterns in your behavior that you never noticed before, which can be the first step towards positive change. This period of growth often involves facing and healing old wounds or traumas. You might find yourself revisiting past experiences or relationships, not to dwell on them, but to understand them from a new perspective and release any lingering negative energy. You might also experience physical changes during this time of rapid growth. Some people report changes in their diet preferences, sleep patterns, or energy levels. You might become more sensitive to certain foods or environments as your body adjusts to your evolving consciousness. This rapid growth often comes with a desire for authenticity. You might feel a strong urge to live more truthfully, to express yourself more fully, and to align your outer life with your inner values. This can sometimes lead to significant life changes, like changing careers or ending relationships that no longer serve your highest good. Remember, growth isn't always comfortable. You might go through periods of uncertainty or confusion as you let go of old ways of being and step into the unknown. Trust that this is part of the process. Those chosen by the new earth are often pioneers, blazing new trails of consciousness. Another sign that you might be chosen by the new earth is a growing awareness of divine timing in your life. This means you start to recognize that there's a perfect timing for everything, even if it doesn't always align with your personal desires or plans. You might notice that things often happen at just the right moment, not necessarily when you want them to, but when they're meant to. Opportunities might appear unexpectedly, or doors might close in ways that initially seem disappointing but later turn out to be for the best. This sense of divine timing often comes with an increased ability to trust and surrender. You're learning to let go of the need to control everything and instead flow with the natural rhythms of life. This doesn't mean you become passive. Rather, you learn to take inspired action at the right moments. People chosen by the new earth often develop a different relationship with time. You might find that you're less stressed about deadlines or achieving things by a certain age. Instead, you trust that everything is unfolding as it should, in its own perfect timing. You might start to notice cycles and patterns in your life that you hadn't seen before. These could be related to astrological cycles, numerological patterns, or simply the natural ebb and flow of your own energy and experiences. This awareness of divine timing can help you navigate challenges with more grace. When things don't go as planned, you're better able to step back and consider that there might be a higher purpose or lesson in the delay or change of plans. You might find that you're becoming more patient, both with yourself and with others. You understand that everyone and everything has its own timing, and you're less likely to try to force things to happen before they're ready. This sense of divine timing often comes with an increased ability to live in the present moment. You're less caught up in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Instead, you trust that you're exactly where you need to be right now. Remember, recognizing divine timing doesn't mean you become completely passive. It's about finding the balance between taking action and allowing things to unfold naturally. Those chosen by the new earth often become skilled at discerning when to act and when to wait. If you've always felt a mysterious connection to the stars, or if you have a sense that there are other realms or dimensions beyond our physical world, this could be another sign that you're chosen by the new earth. This connection might manifest as a lifelong fascination with astronomy or space exploration. You might find yourself gazing at the night sky, feeling a sense of home or recognition that you can't quite explain. Some people even report feeling that they have origins or connections to other star systems. You might have vivid dreams or meditation experiences that feel like visits to other realms or dimensions. These experiences might seem more real or vivid than ordinary dreams, and you might bring back insights or information that feels significant. People chosen by the new earth often have an innate understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. You might intuitively grasp concepts like quantum physics or the idea that consciousness extends beyond the physical brain. You might be drawn to studying ancient cultures or civilizations, particularly those with advanced astronomical knowledge or spiritual practices. You might feel a sense of recognition or familiarity when learning about these cultures, as if you're remembering rather than learning. This connection to other realms or dimensions often comes with a sense of having a larger purpose or mission. You might feel that you're here on Earth to help bridge different levels of consciousness or to bring higher wisdom into the physical plane. You might have experiences that others would call paranormal or supernatural, but that feel natural and normal to you. This could include sensing energies, communicating with non-physical beings, or having premonitions or visions. Remember, having this connection doesn't mean you should be disconnected from Earth or everyday life. Those chosen by the new Earth are often here to help ground higher energies and wisdom into practical, earthly application. The final sign that you might be chosen by the new earth is an unshakable sense of hope, even in the face of challenges or apparent darkness in the world. This isn't blind optimism or denial of problems. Rather, it's a deep, inner knowing that everything is unfolding as it should, and that humanity is moving towards a more positive future, even if the path isn't always smooth or straightforward. You might find that you're able to see the potential for good in difficult situations. Where others see only problems, you can often envision solutions or opportunities for growth and transformation. This sense of hope often comes with a feeling of being supported by something larger than yourself. You trust that there's a bigger plan at work, even when you can't see or understand all the details. People chosen by the new earth often feel a sense of excitement or anticipation about the future, despite the challenges we face as a society. You might have a vision of a more harmonious, conscious world that feels very real and possible to you. This hope isn't passive. It often drives you to take action to create positive change. You understand that you have a role to play in bringing about the future you envision. You might find that your hopeful outlook is contagious, inspiring others around you to believe in the possibility of positive change. This is part of your role as someone chosen by the new earth to help lift the collective consciousness and remind others of our potential for growth and transformation. Remember, maintaining hope doesn't mean ignoring problems or difficulties. It's about holding a larger perspective and trusting in the ultimate unfolding of a greater good. If you've recognized yourself in many of these signs, you might indeed be chosen by the new earth. But remember, being chosen isn't about being special or better than others. It's about recognizing your role in the collective shift of consciousness that's happening on our planet. Being chosen by the new earth comes with both gifts and responsibilities. You have unique insights and abilities that can help guide humanity towards a more conscious, harmonious future. At the same time, you may face challenges as you navigate between old and new ways of being. Remember that you're not alone on this journey. There are many others like you, working in their own ways to bring about positive change. Trust your intuition, honor your unique gifts, and don't be afraid to shine your light brightly. As someone potentially chosen by the new earth, your task is to embody the change you wish to see in the world. Live with compassion, act with integrity, and trust in the unfolding of a greater plan. Your presence and your actions, however small they may seem, are contributing to the evolution of consciousness on our planet. Embrace your journey, trust the process, and know that by being true to yourself and your highest vision, you're playing a crucial role in co-creating a new, more beautiful world for all. The new Earth is not just a distant future. It's a reality we're all creating together, moment by moment, choice by choice. And you, dear one, are an important part of that creation.